Hi, everybody. Welcome to our channel.
I think there's something wrong here.
With what? Our stand-ins?
Is that what you were going to call them?
Well, in the movies, they have stand-ins when you can't do it. And today we can't do it because we haven't been feeling well.
No, it's been a bit of a rough week. But these are our sweet little, well,
service dogs.
Yep, and she's kind of my better half.
Yeah, and she had quite a fright this week, taking care of you.
She did. But anyway, let's get to our video. Today's video is going to be about, it's really a tutorial on a Little Miss Revlon.
Made by Ideal.
Yep. And we're going to show how to possibly get the mold out of her eyes and the rest of her. And you're going to show them how to restring one.
I had to learn.
You did have to learn because it really wasn't anywhere where we could find it. But I really hope everybody's going to enjoy it. And to introduce, you probably have seen them before, but let's introduce our little stand-ins.
Okay.
The beautiful little girl that's black and tan, that is Evie. She's my girl. And the other sweet little guy, that's Grayson. And that's your sweet little boy.
Right.
But let's get to the video. And
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
We're doing everybody a favor by putting them up instead of us.
Yeah, definitely today we are. So let's get to the video. Well, hi, everybody. We have a couple of Ideal dolls.
Yes, were given to us to fix by a very, very dear friend.
And they obviously need a lot of work.
We will show you how much mold. Can you see the mold, everyone? See the mold? That's all mold. Their eyes are in there.
Yeah, they look a little scary at the moment.
But they won't.
They won't.
They'll look fine.
This one isn't quite as bad in her eyes.
And she doesn't have quite as much mold, but
Those cute little panties.
Those are her originals, by the way. Original clothing, most likely. And they will come out beautifully when we're done, but we're going to show you the process that they're going to go through if I am going to remove their heads.
Okay. Whatever it'll take to get them back to looking good again.
I'm going to remove their heads because they're going to be soaked in white vinegar. And the same, oh, I know that upset you, but it won't be so bad in the end. Okay, you just have to hang in there, guys, because you'll look absolutely beautiful when we're done. So what we're going to do is the reason I'm doing that is because inside there is mold. And so I have to remove the...
And you've already done this before.
I've done this before. Oh, they've already seen the results of one doll. I did the same size.
But we just haven't really showed this before.
We've never showed the process.
No.
And so this is the process. And it's not going to hurt them in any way, shape, or form. The one thing I'm going to mention, if you do run into dolls like this, whatever you're wearing, you yourself, throw it in the laundry and put on something else. After you've handled these dolls. So as soon as they came, they went into another room and away from any other dolls or people or animals. And so what I'm going to do is I'm doing this in the kitchen, and we're going to just give them a good soak because all that mold is through their hair. And if you just wash their hair, it's not going to get rid of all the mold.
So let's show everybody what we're going to do.
So first I'm going to, okay. No, I need to have enough to put their heads in. So this is white vinegar.
I do not like this.
She hates the smell of vinegar.
But whatever it takes to help them.
See, there is a little, what do you call it? Circle thing. Anyway, those are the back of her eyes that are sealed. But anyway, she has to go into, There's no this ways or that's about it. She has to go into
a bath.
A bath. She just has to. There's nothing I can do about that. So this little lady has to be cut. The string. And She has been restrung, I see. I'm going to cut it way down here and leave the tail. And she will go in with her sis. And they will stay there for some time. And now the thing that's going to happen to this clothes, she can leave her shoes on, it doesn't matter. And the panties can stay on, doesn't matter. Oh, this little girl still has her original. Oh, there we go. So this one, are you missing? Oh, there you are.
Why don't we move that over here, huh?
So now that we have our little ladies taking a vinegar bath, these little ladies are going to take in their clothing as well. And it won't hold their clothing.
Hurt.
No, but I said hold. It won't hurt their clothing. It actually will seal it from bleeding if they bleed. It won't hurt them at all. And so I'm just going to put them in vinegar and kill the mold.
It's a good thing this is not smell-o-vision.
Yeah, because Shantae, well, you can see the mold, guys. It's just, it's got to die. Oh, I don't feel bad about killing mold. Do you feel bad about killing mold? I don't feel bad. The mold can go.
Well, they just had a very long trip and now they're having a bath.
And everything gets soaked. Everything. And since I have to get more vinegar, I will keep turning these guys and turning these guys because we can't get to a store since we live on a mountain. And so whatever vinegar I have is what I have. So we will make use of what we got. So here's one of the dolls that is out of the bath. And I want to show you that this is all dead mold on her body. We'll get rid of it. And I'm also going to show you how you can take a leg off.
Can we see down inside of her?
Oh, do you want to? Oh, yes. Part of her parts are there and part of her parts are here.
Because we are going to show you how to restring her.
So we're going to get her all cleaned up and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And I have been working with them because as you can see,
their eyes are no longer.
You can see their pupils. Well, even though I took it off with a toothbrush on the surface, the mold was so bad inside the eyes that just using heat to kill the mold was not enough.
You mean from the outside, like
me with a hairdryer?
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough. I mean, these dolls were inundated with it. So when we get, so I'll start with the body first.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to here is the other one who is completely done.
Well, gee, we have a reveal and we're not even at the end of the video.
Yeah, there is no.
So let's go see how we're going to get there.
That's where we're heading.
Right. Let's start with that body.
Okay, so we'll set our head aside. Sorry, guys. So what I'm going to do is just simple wet down in Mr. Clean. And
magic eraser.
Magic eraser. Oh, I will remove her shoes because, oh, her shoes were much worse than these. I don't have to bother to take your time. They will be cleaned, but they don't need to be shown to be clean because they're not as dirty as the other ones were. Maybe this one will be. Oh, there's a little dirt on it right there.
Okay, let's see the body.
And yeah, I'll work on this then, but it'll come off easily. Okay. So let's do what you can see the easiest. And so that is mold, but it is dead mold. And you can see that it comes right off with a wet magic eraser. You see how that goes? Aren't we? And don't worry about it. I do have this dark cloth here. And the reason I have it there, well, is to protect my blanket underneath, but it's not from the mold. I have it there so that you can see the contrast easier. And
I think we ought to see it go faster.
So if you look in here, you can see where the arms connect.
Well, first of all, we got to show them that for the most part,
oh yeah,
she's a clean.
Right.
Well, we just speeded everybody up, and
yeah, and it isn't off perfectly, and it will be when I'm done. But right now, see, it's gone. But right now, I'm dealing with. I want to show you that I pushed your arm in. Do you see that? And there was mold all around here, so I tried to get it without removing her arm altogether. But then I noticed there's mold in here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is a rice bag.
Yeah, first of all, you're going to slow down. My poor camera is having a hard time.
Okay, so this is a rice bag. And they tell you to get the legs off, you have to heat it up, right? Oh, what's the difference between arms and legs? So what we're going to do is just...
It's a small rice bag that we put in the microwave for 1 minute.
Yes. And what we're going to do is heat her up. Just to make sure that I can get the arm off. So this is what I did. On the legs, you don't do it this way. So I'm pushing it in, see? And I'm taking my trusty pliers. I'm just going in the hole. I can take skinnier pliers, but I have these here. And I'm going to remove the arm. Ah! And so...
No, you went the other direction.
Let's get this. Use the heat while I have it. Get her legs, I'll heat it up. Okay, fine. Yeah, I went the other direction. I don't know what other people do. But what I did notice, give me your arm. What I did notice, do you see that black in there?
We can.
Okay, that's not supposed to be there. And the thing is that I want you guys to understand that the mold was killed in the process of soaking all those days. So I'm not concerned what... I'm just going to take this in there and see. Is that something that's permanent? Because it doesn't seem to be coming free. No, it's part of the plastic. Okay, fine. It's part of the plastic. If it wasn't part of the plastic, it would move. It's not moving. Okay. It has nothing to do with anything.
But you did get a little bit of dirt. I saw it.
You saw a little bit of dirt? Okay. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm going to be cleaning here. Can you see that there's a little residue of mold on there? And I'm just going to take that off with Mr. Clean. And before I go popping it back into her body. And I also wanted you to see which one has the mold. This one. Do you see the mold?
Hang on. You have to be a little slower. There we see.
And so I'm just going to take it off. Okay? It's just like that.
I think you might want to go on the inside too.
Oh, I am going to go on the inside. I'm going to check it out, but I haven't got there yet. So on the other doll, there wasn't any mold on the inside. So I found a little places inside here that I didn't find in the other doll. So this is just a small little bottle of vinegar. And just in case it didn't, where's my one that's dirty? See what I got?
No, because you gotta let me focus. There we go. We focused.
Okay, so see the little hole in there? So I just want it to fit. So I take off the end of the Q-tip and I go down. And you see I got some dirt. Okay.
And because it's not a hollow arm, you're getting all of the moisture out of it.
I'm not, and if it, I'm attempting, when I'm not putting that much moisture in it, it's going to be dry before I go in. But you can see that we got something going on, and I don't know what that black is. If it was mold, it would come off. So I'm a little, I don't know. Guys are learning right alongside me. So what I did was clean the inside of her. I will dry her completely up. Even if I have to use the hair dryer, it'll be dry. Well, I've never put an arm back in before, but we're going to give it a go.
I would be very careful with her little fingers.
We don't want to pull her fingers off. It's her little finger that's stopping me. Now it's going to be your thumb. And so that was...
Make sure it's the correct arm.
Well, it seems to be. I can try going back in here since it's still malleable. It'll go in. It's still malleable from the heat. But guess what? We're going to do it the easy way. And are you in right? See, it's in the right place. So let's do it the easy way. No, it's this way. I liked pulling it through, but because I don't like this part.
Well, you want to keep all our fingers.
Yeah, I want to keep all our fingers, but this is harder for me because I'm not strong. Other people can pop things in and out easier than me. Oh, there we go. Now we have a little lady that is, this part of our body anyway at this moment is mold free. Well, she's hot. And that's how you're supposed to do it, guys. I don't know why I have to do both, except to make sure I get... See, there's some liquid here. We don't want that. And so it's a good thing to remove both legs. And this, where's my pliers? This is what...
Hang on, let's see what you're doing here.
Well, I've only done it once, so, and it won't let me grab it.
That looks like a bell.
Yeah, it does, but I still got to be able to grab it. I'm holding on tight. That is a metal. You little stink. You are a little stink. Okay, let's see if I can go in the hole like that and not give it a chance to get away from me. And I did. Okay.
Now let's see it before you dismantle it.
Yeah, I do dismantle things quickly, don't I? That's rust.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a little bitty thing that's so cute.
And essential?
Essential. Yeah, but you can make one out of a paper clip if you don't have one.
Don't lose it.
Oh, try not to. So here.
She's very good at losing things.
Yes. So there's her little thing that the...
And what you just put over here is her old rubber band.
Yeah, this is her original. See?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now what I'm going to have to do with this... Oh, that's what I had the sandpaper for. Ah! Instead of using another... Oh, yeah, do it on the dowel. Okay. This is how I lose things. Okay. Here we go. So what I did on this particular project is I decided to use a very fine, what do you call it? Grit sandpaper. And you can see I'm removing the rust. And then I'm going to take Diamond Glaze and seal it. And I'll do the same thing to these little sweet peas. So there is our down to the metal washer. Oops, wrong end. Using a toothpick. Go into the Diamond Glaze. This is what I use. That doesn't mean everybody else use that. If you can find...
And you're using it for what purpose?
I'm using it to stop it from rusting. It's for jewelry. It's a jewelry.
So let's see it.
Cover. So
this is the Diamond Glaze.
Yes.
And there'll be a link in the description. I just got
it on your phone.
There'll be a link in the description of this video where you can get this Diamond Glaze.
I am set
to go.
I'll just do one of these online. Okay. So you can see how dirty my hands are because I was cleaning garbage off of the metal. And what I'm going to do just is put a little bit of Diamond Glaze on it. Okay, so before we can string her, I have to show you how these dolls are done. This is a plastic. Where is it? I don't have one available. This is a plastic orb that is behind vinyl. This is vinyl.
That's where her eye is.
Her eye mechanism is in this heavy plastic orb.
Now, first of all, we want to tell everybody that this method that we're using, we're only suggesting on a doll that would otherwise be thrown away.
Right.
Because you wouldn't normally do this on a dowel that is, but then again, a dowel that is salvageable, you probably wouldn't need to do this on.
You wouldn't need to do this on.
But this is on a dowel that otherwise you would just say, well.
We almost gave up, threw it away.
Okay.
So I cut out this vinyl. I didn't cut it out so that the orb can come through. In other words, it's a circle, a hard plastic circle that holds each eye's mechanism. So as I found that the mold was in their eyes, this is actually a suction cup for an infant to remove mucus and stuff from their, mouths and nose.
Yep.
Newborn. And so it fits right over the eye. And so I used the dryer and to clear up this, the mold in there.
A hair dryer into here.
Yes.
So that the heat will not go anywhere except for her eyeball.
That's right.
Yep, we had to tell everybody that.
That's true. You need to plug in the dryer. So I made this funnel to go over the eye, and I put it on the eye. So as I worked with the other doll that you see is finished, the next day there was more mold within the eye after it all cleared out. So that told me that the inside this hard plastic orb, it's right there, there was a lot of mold in it. So then I got this funnel after I cut this off. So this was actually to hold this orb in place, but I only took off enough so it's still being held in place very tightly. It hasn't compromised the doll at all. The only thing it's going to do is save her life. So I want to hit that hard plastic. That's my goal. And you can kill mold with heat, and you can kill mold with vinegar. There are several ways of killing mold.
But you really don't want to put vinegar in the back of her head.
You can't. If I was to put vinegar between her eye and get it in that orb, it would only make more mold.
Right. So let's see what you did.
So when I cut away the area of vinyl. Now look in there. Can everybody see in there? What do you see? You'll see black, right? That's hard black plastic on hot. Now, what would happen is that when I heated up the inside of her head to make sure that everything was dry in there, and then everything was, the mold was all, then she got mold back in her eyes, and I went, oh my gosh. So that's when I cut it out, and I worked on her, and every time I would heat here, it would go back in, heat in the back, she would get more mold in her eyes. So once I got it stopped in her, you're seeing me test, because I've waited to test in front of you all to see if her eyes are going to get mold in them or if the mold is dead. I'm heating up the black orb. So I heated up the back of the orb from the outside in. And because no signs of mold are in her pupils, her eyes, that means it was effective in killing the mold on the inside of the orb. So I did this one. It shows no sign of mold, because that's what it had been doing. That's why we were going to just throw them away until I decided that we're going to give it one more shot. I mean, what can we lose? Throw a doll away or save it?
So is she ready to be strung?
I just want to tell everyone that this is going to get very hot, and it's still very hot. I only did it for about 45 seconds to a minute, and I held on to this because it does get hot. Don't do it any longer. This is plastic. This is plastic. They get hot, and they will melt.
Okay.
So you give them a break. Go back, do it again.
Maybe try, 30 seconds and then go back and try another 30 seconds.
Let them cool off and try again. And so obviously this is a way of killing the mold inside of those sealed eyes.
Okay.
From the outside in. Okay. Now we go to stringing. So these are the parts I'm going to put on her legs last when I heat them up, in case I have a problem. So what we're going to do, these are the parts. this is for her torso down here.
Okay, it looks like a little bell.
And that's the little metal. Did we discuss this?
Go ahead.
The washer that was all rusty, I sanded it and I put diamond glaze on it and I cleaned all the rust off of the plastic and then I stuck it back on.
When it was slightly tacky.
When it was slightly tacky, so I didn't have to play with it. It's
not necessarily glued in. It's just...
No, it
won't come out as easily.
No, it won't come out as easily. So,
okay.
And
what? Of course, what you need to know right now is that is the new rubber band that she has stuck through our little bell.
Yeah, I just already got it stuck, so I didn't have to take so much time explaining. And what happens is this goes up here, and it comes out here.
Okay.
So that's this part.
Wait a minute. You forgot your little piece of metal. Where does the metal go?
The metal go? I haven't done that yet.
I know, but just tell everybody.
Okay, so we're ready for that. All right. So the little metal, and I cleaned the metals. See, there's a metal up there for her head to hold on the rubber band. Mm-hmm. And here is the metal for the bottom to hold on the rubber band. So we do this. Do you see?
Yep.
Do you see that?
It's bent slightly is so that it will keep the rubber band in place.
See, yeah, so it goes in the hole. Mm-hmm. And now the rubber band is secure.
Okay.
But you look how short that is. It's got to go all the way up there.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, boy. Okay, so we do this. I use the bigger rubber band. I mean, the bigger
bobby
pin, because it's easier. And I always look for the easy road, as long as it doesn't compromise anything. So this isn't going to want to go through. But you know what? Perseverance wins out, maybe. It's winning.
I think you won.
I guess I did.
Okay, so let's see inside.
Okay. Oh, you want to see the inside?
Yeah.
You see, guys? Doesn't it look nice? Doesn't it?
There we go.
It looks nice, doesn't it?
Okay, so now what?
Here's the hard part. Okay. Now, do you see how this is like a little bevel? That's so it can roll, see, on this. So if it goes...
So is one end...
one end is like that.
Wait a minute, I have to focus.
Without the bevel.
Okay.
And one end has the bevel.
Okay.
This end goes up here. And this end fits on there so the waist can turn.
I see. Okay.
Do you see that?
Uh-huh.
And where's that little stinking rubber band? Way down there.
Okay. So now what?
But look what it's got to go through.
All right. Let's see
Oh, it's just fun. So we do this. Do you see how that works?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can do the twist.
And here we go. See there? It's there.
You've been up too long.
Oh, man. You don't know it's hard. And it's supposed to be do it yourself. And I'm going, are you kidding me? Well, if I use my knees, I did do it myself on the first out. I don't
think that do it yourself necessarily means that you can only have one person doing it.
So I got to take this little neck piece, and the frisbee has to be pointed. The top of the frisbee is up because it looks like a little frisbee, doesn't it?
And that goes on her neck.
And it goes on her neck, and I got to pull this little thing through, and then I got to take this and come in like this, and it's got to set in the hole. See that? Did you see that, guys? Now, if anybody's got suggestions how to get that pin out of there, let me know.
I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think we can.
So where is your trusty skewer?
My skewer. It's here. Okay, so you're going to pull and I'm going to skewer, right? We just don't want this little bugger to move.
I have got enough strength, but I'm not sure.
I don't think you do. You don't.
All right.
And I don't want this little guy to move.
I'm pulling. And it moved.
Well, it's just nasty that way. It just wants to move. All right. Let's get rid of the pin. It would have been nice for you to go on the smooth way. How about pliers? That'll work. Okay. And you have to stick up like that. And you have to come out like that. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it happened? Now this is the part that confuses me. How am I going to get that into there?
I have confidence in you.
I raised a delusional child. Let me see that hot thing. It's not as hot as it should be.
You're talking about the rice bag that we put in the microwave. If you would like it to be heated up a little more, dear, I will do that.
No, I got a feeling it might be for this type. I'm not heating this up. I'm heating up the little white thing, which is more flexible. I just want it to be nice to me. Now, this is what these people, designers, kind of want me to do. Is they want me to get, this plastic thing back inside her head. Oh my goodness, I guess it's going to happen. Oh my gosh. What easier.
Than you thought.
Well, she's got a little piece of white there. Just there. Well, good grief almighty. You actually have part of yourself. How about that? Now you can go heat this up so we can heat up her legs.
Okay.
Here she goes for heat.
Yes, all I did was, since this was already warm, the rice bag, I only put it in the microwave for another 30 seconds. You do not want to burn your rice bag. No, it is possible.
It is possible because if you heat up the rice too much, first of all, it's not going to do your vinyl any good. And if you heat up the rice,
you're going to have
really, that it can actually start, it can, yeah. And nobody's going to do that. You put a timer on it and you'll be fine.
Only for a few seconds at a time, guys.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about this one bag that we just showed you is a 1 minute bag. But it was already warm.
At the most.
At the most. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that's
so if you're going to warm it up after it's already warm,
yeah,
only 20 or 30 seconds at a time.
Right. So we've held this. It's hot. It's warm. I mean, I can touch it without screaming. So she's been warmed up for about a minute. And, oh, she's nice and warm. So that just means this will go real well. See?
You're telling me that it wouldn't have?
No. It wouldn't.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Wait a minute. Go on in. There. You see? Now we have...
Honey.
What did I do wrong?
Let's show everybody. No, you have to show everybody.
I gotta do it, really.
Yes. You have to show everybody. Look what she did. Now you all know why I asked her, is the leg on the right side of the body? Or, no, sorry, the correct side of the body. Because
I had him on the...
Because even in sewing, she has to do it backwards before she can do it forwards.
Get in there. You know you want to go in there. You're begging to go in. Wait. Anyway. Her feet are in the right direction.
I think she feels better that way.
Yeah, well, she looks like she feels better. It's all in our imagination, right? No, I'm a whole person again. I'm really grateful. And I didn't get put in the trash or the dustbin.
Nope, she's all clean.
No, she's fine. No, her hair isn't done.
Okay. But we're not going to do a big tutorial on her hair. They have saran hair. And if you are interested in seeing a video on how we take care of saran hair, then you can watch one of our other tutorials.
I'll just say on this little girl, I washed, ironed, and combed, and that's it. I did not set her hair because saran has a memory. But she said she would like her hair set. Quit winking at everyone. She wants her hair set, so I will wash and I will set it. And okay. she has a whole beautiful 50s outfit waiting for her.
And I think that we ought to get to it. So I think that we should get to her reveal.
That would be good.
Let's go. Well, that's quite a difference from, well, two little snow queens.
Yes, they were two little snow queens.
And you couldn't even see their beautiful eyes. And now look at their beautiful eyes.
We will keep an eye on those eyes for some time to make sure that mold doesn't return.
Mm-hmm. And I think we ought to. Right now they're in Jill clothes.
Yes.
Vogue Jill clothes.
That happened to come with a Jill. We didn't purposely go out and buy them.
But I think we ought to show them the clothes that they came in. Well, they're lovely.
In the process of restoring their dresses they came in, of course, they are mold-free. We found that they're handmade, and so they did a very nice job hand-making these little outfits.
But without that, we would use our Jill clothes. We have, I think, only one more outfit left.
We have room for one more dowel.
Of this size?
Of this size, because we have one outfit left.
Well, let's see all of them. So the little blonde girl, her hair, we decided to leave it a little longer.
We decided, what I decided to do was wash it, iron it, and let it do its own thing. And that is what it did.
And our little brunette,
we washed and ironed it and set it.
And she has the more traditional do from that era. You know what, though?
What?
I think we ought to call our little brunette Sue.
I think so.
And I think we ought to call our little blonde
Ellen.
Yeah, Ellen.
For a very good reason.
Yes.
These are Sue Ellen. And they were given to us by a person that has become a very, very dear friend.
Yes.
And we didn't know if we could save these styles or not. Actually, at one point, I was about ready to say, I can't do it. And then I decided that I was going to keep trying because you encouraged me. And she asked us to keep them.
So these little girls are going to stay with us. And they're going to have a couple, they're going to have a Jill doll. And they're going to have an Ideal Tony doll that are the same size. Yes. And so they're going to be a nice little family.
But we can't have any more than one more. Because we have one more outfit left, and that's it.
But we're not looking for one.
We're not looking for one, but if one comes our way, that's all we got room for. No more.
Okay.
We're out of clothes.
I hope everybody enjoyed this tutorial, and I really do hope that it was informative for you.
We hope that when you run into mold, please go to our our tutorial on mold and give it a shot before you throw the dolls away.
And we want to welcome everybody who is new to our channel. We really didn't do that at the beginning of the channel because we had our little stand-ins and they didn't remember to say that. So we want to welcome everybody that's new, and we want to say welcome back to everybody who has been watching our videos. And next week, we absolutely have no earthly idea what we're doing. But we'll do something.
But that's the way it is all the time.
Not always. Sometimes we know.
We think we know what we're doing.
Well, yeah, we think we know what we're doing until we try to do it.
That's right.
Okay, so we want to say if you liked our video, we'd love a like. If you'd like to subscribe, we would definitely love to have you. And I think it's that time of the day.
Just remember, it is possible. With a lot of hard work and dedication.
And patience.
And patience to do it yourself.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.